on the day that I find it out about my status, what happened was the doctor told me that I had only a week to live. And it was the hardest thing ever in my life because I was a part-time worker and also at tertiary, and I had dreams and goals that I wanted to achieve that year. And, boom, this HIV, and I went back home because the doctor said that I can sleep, over the night, so I could learn more about HIV. But I was less interested because I just wanted to go home and go die by my bed. I got home, and on that same year, we were still mourning for our sister's death, of which she was shot by a boyfriend, and it was very difficult for my mother and my grandmother. And getting home, seeing my younger sister, it was pain for me because I was the second born from my mother's side, and we were only three girls. And looking at her, and you know, I didn't have a way of explaining to her, but I had to tell her that one day I wouldn't be around. I'll be with my sister, my elder sister, and I finally called her because I'm a person that loves clothes. I love clothes a lot. I took all my favorite jeans, t-shirts, sneakers, and I gave it to her. And I told her that, Zanele, you mustn't wear them. You must just keep them and cherish them. And that one day that when I'm not around, you'll think of me, and my spirit will always be with you. And days, weeks went by, and hours. And I sat there, I looked in the mirror, and I said to myself, why me? Because I wanted so much. And my grandmother tried a lot to put me in a good school, to be someone, in life. And here I am, I'm going to tell her that I'm HIV positive and I'm dying. And I thought that I'm this worthless person, this dirty person without life anymore. And what's the use of me continuing with my dreams, because I've only got a week to live. And while sitting there with the dame came of my dying day, I just said to God, I don't deserve this because I haven't killed anyone. And I've never slept around because by that time I thought only HIV is for only for prostitutes, and people who did bad deserve that. When my dying day came, I took a magazine. I didn't want to fall asleep at all because I was scared of dying. I read through magazines, and eventually I fall asleep and wake up the next morning, and I looked at myself. I said, wow, I'm alive. The anger that I had with HIV, it turned out to be a positive thing. I started going to before that, the boyfriend that gave me HIV called me up. He said to me, Lucia, if I told you that I was HIV positive, were you gonna love me? And I just gave him the honest answer that I wasn't. And he said that was the reason that I didn't tell you that I was HIV positive, because I was rejected by many people. And I was upset and angry, but I said to myself, now I have HIV. What's the way forward now? And I said to him, I forgive you, because I was still upset then. I said, if I do forgive you, wherever you're going to go, God knows that I have forgiven you, and I know that you're going to go to heaven, all those talks when you're dying. And on my way out, Tifo died on that day, going home. And from that day, it was a stepping stone for me. I had dreams and goals, and I thought that my dreams were faded away, and I was wrong about it, because tech has groomed me so much, it has builded me so much that I know now to stand on my own, because I used to cry at all times, and I would just shut myself in the room and just cry every day. And I said, it has to stop now. I have to move forward and do something positive with my life. I wanted to see myself be a successful woman. I wanted to have a family, even though I don't get married, but have a partner that will support me all the way, you know. I wanted to stand up on my own and be accountable in every way, or be responsible as well. I stayed there in hospital for more than 2 weeks, and everything was done within 2 months, and I was told to come back to do a pregnancy test, and I went back before the time. I can't remember what they said, a month or 2 months, but I came before 2 weeks, before a month ended up, because I wanted to know if I'm pregnant or not. And when I got there, I was told that I was pregnant, and I was the happiest woman ever in the whole world. I started crying, and it was a blessing to me, because I wanted that so much. And as a young woman, I couldn't go back to my own grandmother, because I needed a woman to take me through in the difficulties that women face. And I couldn't even pick up the phone to tell my mother or my grandmother what I was going through. And it was hard for me, because I wanted to feel, to share whatever difficulties and the happiness and the joy that I've been going through. I gave birth to my beautiful twins at Edenvale Hospital, and my CD4 count wasn't good. It wasn't good, but I took the risk, and I said to God, you know what I want, and you're gonna put those blessing hands on my belly, and my babies are gonna come out negative. And with the grace of God, they did. They did. Banzi wasn't HIV positive, he was negative, but because of the difficulties I had during my pregnancy, he didn't make it. I fought for my child, because I gave birth to that child. I knew that one day when I'm not around, no positive things will be said about me. So I had to make a plan that Zinzi knows what her mother, the positive things that her mother did, even though I know some of the people in my family will say negative things about me. So I went back to my organization, I explained everything, and I was taken to a shelter with my baby. It's where then I tried to commit suicide. And my baby, I drank all my ARVs, and I also crushed them, and I gave them to Zinzi. The reason was because if I were going to die, I was scared that Zinzi was going to hate me not being around, and explain who was her mother, I knew the hate that my granny had for me, and I never thought that there will come a time that he would accept me the way I am. I think that Zinzi deserves a chance to live, and I know that one day she's gonna make me proud, because she's the one that keeps my life going every day. When I look at her smile and the way she swears, I never thought that one day she would be as big as she is, and I will be still alive seeing her, going to a crash, and I just want to see my child graduate one day, and seeing her being what I wanted to be more, because my dreams was to become a journalist, yeah. My name is Lucia Madipuseng Sibanyoni. Madipuseng is my African name. I live at Alexandra Township. I've been positive for 9 years now, since 1998, the 22nd of February. That was the day after my sister's birthday. I was 19 years old, and today I'm turning, in July the 6th, I'll be 29.
Then I can see, never judge.